Okay, sorry about the cheesy drum roll. Anyway, welcome to SongWriters Chords. So the idea of this is that you can basically just drag and drop some real world chords with some nice sounds to create your own musical bed, and then you can do your top lining or lyrics over it, so that it's in tune and in key, and sounds basically the start of what's going to happen. So every time we release a pack, you get a stage like this. And this is just a timeline, and there's a different chord. Each one of these little red blocks at the moment is a chord, and you can just click with the mouse to skip between them. So let me just play you the first chord. Okay, then there's another one, and another one, and another one, and then another one, and you can just go on like that. So you can decide what you want to do. You might want to start with this one, and then maybe jump to this one, and then maybe jump to this one. Okay, and to do that, all you do literally is you can hold the Alt key down and just drag them onto a new track. So what did we do? We did, I can't remember what we did anyway. It's that one and that one and that one. Okay, and then you can basically just mute that one and then play back this one. So I've done something weird there. I don't know what I've done. Oh, I know what I've done. Anyway, and sorry, the other thing is this is a little bit fussy in that we need to show every bar so that we can really tune it, get the timings right. So if we stick with 4 bars of each for this one, okay, so I'm literally just dragging the ends in. I'm just gonna resize. No, actually I won't bother. So let's just play that one. Oh, isn't that starting from the beginning? Hang on, here we go. And okay, so let's say that could be it, but if we want to change the order of them, we can. Let's just see if that's any better. It's quite nice. Okay, suspense will end. So we could change that for one of the other ones, but we'll leave it like that. So at the moment these are 4 bars each, I think. But if we want them to be just 2 bars each, we can just literally move them, drag them in. Maybe that one we only want for 1. Actually, let's do that the other way around. Let's do that one for 2. Maybe this one will be 1 bar. And then maybe we'll go back to this one, so I'll just Alt and drag it to the end, and maybe we'll make that 1 bar as well. Okay, and then let's see what we've got. Okay, and if you want to, you can even do quicker changes than that. If you zoom right in, and we can make it like that. And actually I'll leave that one in the end, and then we can zoom out so we can see what we're doing. Here we go. Okay, a little sudden change, and if we suddenly decide we don't, maybe we want that chord later on, we can just mute that track, go back to our pool, so let's say that one, we want that one, so I'm just going to put that down there so I can shorten it. There we go. And then I'm going to put it back up there. Right, and then I'll mute that track and I'll listen to our song here. Okay, and if we wanted to, we go back to that one. Okay, so the other thing you can do is you can create your own audio tracks. Okay, and let's just, I'm using my headset. I think that's going to work. And then you can basically record. If we just record enable that track, and then I might just talk this rather than sing it, but anyway, but we can basically do the count in, so I'll turn that off. 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, and we can just do that, and then it's there, and we can play it back. 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so you can add your vocals. Obviously you can add more tracks. You could do harmonies. If you got it slightly wrong, you can edit the track. You can copy it up. It does have effects on it. If you click that little button there, you can go to the effects rack, and there's all sorts of effects that you can add in here. So that's good. And then when you're finished and your song's laid out and you've got all your lyrics on there and your top lines on there, then you can literally go to this. Hang on, let me save it first. Okay, then you can literally go to, so just wait for it to mix. Still waiting for it to mix. Might be a second. Because it's being slow, because I'm trying to demo it. It's normally quicker than that. So I don't know what it's waiting for. Anyway, in a minute I'm going to show you that basically you can export that whole thing. There we go. You can export that, click on that little download arrow, and you can export the whole thing as an MP3. Okay, and then that MP3 you could send off to your producer, or to the record company, or whatever you need to do. Okay, and that's basically one song. And if you want to do a different song, you can reorder the tracks as well. So that's that song there. And if you want to start a new song, you just mute all the others. Go back to the pool. Decide which chord you want to start with. So I can't get to that one. Let me scroll over. There we go. In fact, I should zoom out. There we go. Let's just zoom out. There we go. So we can start with that. So it could go 5 2 1. Yeah, kind of like that. So I'm just going to hold the Alt key while I drag it down. Okay, 5 2 and 1. That's just the numbers of the chords. Nothing special about that. And let's just make it 1 bar riffs or something. Okay, obviously we can make the song longer than this. I'm just doing this for the demo. Okay, and then we can just play the whole thing back. Hang on, so I've got an extra one left to pull in. There we go. We can play it back. Okay, it's not bad, but maybe I want to change that, so I'm just going to alt and drag that first one in. There we go. Let's see what that's like. Okay, and you can just pick whatever whatever's good for you. And then, as I say, you can create an audio track and just scat over the the top of that. And as I say, export it as an MP3, and you're done. Okay, so that's basically the way the thing works. Every time we release a new chord, what should we call them? A chord pattern. Okay, which is basically going to be maybe half a dozen chords that can fit together in any order. You can see how I change the. Let me just show you that, because I didn't actually show you that originally. So the pool is in this kind of chord sequence. 1 2 3 4 5, obviously. So I've left a little silence in there to get the fade of the piano, but we might not do that in the future because it seems unnecessary. Okay, so the chords are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then you just decide what order you want them in, whether you want to start with this one, or maybe it goes to there. Yeah, so you could go 2, 5, 2, not that one, not that one, maybe 1, 2, 1. So we could go 2, 5, 2, 1, something like that. So as I say, and you just drag them out. And if you want them, different lengths, you can see that you can just, zoom in. Just zoom in so that you can actually see all the numbers, 3, 4, 5, 6, all consecutive. If one's missing, then it gets hard to edit the timeline. And then obviously you can zoom out to, to get a feel of everything that's going on. Okay, and then it's basically as simple as that. It's just drag and drop until you find what sounds good. As I say, you can, add an audio track, and then add your vocals and harmonies on top of that, and then, as I say, export the whole thing as an MP3 and send it to whoever. That's basically it. It's as simple as that. I don't think I can complicate any more than that. What else do I need to say? No, that's about it. If you want a drum beat, I don't know what we're going to do about drum beats in the future. We may not add them, I don't know. But if you want just a click with a hi-hat, you can just add it there, and then you'll get that with it, just to keep time. Okay, and you can actually change the tempo as well. So it doesn't have to be at this tempo. The chords aren't going to change pitch. There's an option when you change it. But the tempo, the bar numbers will change, and then you'll have to resize the bars basically. But other than that, you can do different tempos if you want to go slower or faster or whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. The only other thing, I'll do a separate video on this as well, but basically, when you come into it, the first thing that you should do is do a file save as, give it your own song name, obviously only share it with yourself for the minute, and then that version is exclusive to you, and nobody else can hear you working on your song. Okay, whereas obviously this is a shared pool, so the idea is that everyone comes in, first thing they do is a file save as, give it their own song name, and then they're independent of everybody else. Okay, if somebody mucks up the pool, well, then we'll just restore it. But it's important that you don't put your own work in the pool, because otherwise then everybody will hear it, and we don't want that, and we don't want it to get messy. So the first thing you do when you come in, file save as, give it your own song name. So that's it, and I shall see you then. Bye bye for now.